Hey guys, have you heard about the teaching aids? With the passage of time, the technology works parallel with the education field. Hence, different methods and techniques are entered in the field of education. Teaching aids arouse the interest of learners and help the teachers to explain the concepts effortlessly. The National Policy on Education, as modified in 1992, has laid a great stress on the use of teaching aids, especially improvised aids, to make teaching learning more effective and realistic. Undoubtedly, children react most often to audiovisual stimulus than other forms of teaching learning aids. Hence, audiovisual aids are used in the classroom to encourage teaching learning process. The response would vary according to their mood, interest, and the awareness of their needs.
Alright, according to the Webster Dictionary, audiovisual aids is defined as training or educational materials directed at both the sense of hearing and the sense of sight. Film, recording, photographs, and so on, used in classroom instruction, library collection, or the likes. Instructive material is another name for audiovisual aids. Audio literally means hearing, whereas visual refers to what can be seen. As a result, audiovisual aids or instructional material refers to all such aids that attempt to make knowledge clear to us through our sense. Audiovisual aids are also commonly employed in public speaking. So, what is the purpose of using audiovisual aids during a public speech? Okay, first, we can communicate with the audience in accordance with their capacities. And also, we can create a lesson plan and pick audience interest. Moreover, we can teach people how to be skilled observers and create learning materials that are simple to comprehend. Furthermore, we can incorporate intimation into our goals and pick the interest of several groups. And also, we can improve the effectiveness of the communication process.
Next is example of audio-visual aids. Okay, first is television. Television is being acknowledged as a powerful medium of mass information. We can use it as a procure in advance the information from channel manual about the background and objective of the information channel. We can use topic such as from educational channel and let the audience discuss in group and let them use their creativity to achieve their objective. After the program, we can test the audience on their learning gains with the television by doing quizzes and the others. Second is slide projector. Slides are easy to make. A lot of software such as PowerPoint to make the slide. Slides are usually used by presenters to share a graphic with explanation audio in slide. In slide, we can insert a lot of information using mind map to make it more attractive and easier to understand. We need to prevent to use red, green, blue, and yellow color because that color can affect for those who has colorblind. And lastly is virtual classroom. A virtual classroom is a video conferencing tool where instructors and participants engage with each other and with the learning material. The difference with other video conferencing tools is that virtual classrooms offer an added set of features that are essential to a learning environment. For great examples of virtual classroom is like Google Classroom and My Viewboard Classroom. This feature help simulate real interaction as if teachers and students were face-to-face in physical classroom.
Next, let's talk about the advantages of audiovisual aids. PowerPoint slides are the most popular tool used in the classroom these days in the modern world, and they make the class more fascinating and effective. It also aids in the introduction of new ideas in a simple manner. I like to emphasize that audiovisual aids assist pupils in remembering concepts for extended periods of time. They transmit the same idea as words, but they provide clear concepts which aid in learning effectiveness. For example, if the teacher wants to teach about the Malacca Museum, it's probably that not all the students have seen the structure before. but you may present it to them via video, so it's allowing them to view it for themselves. Second, as a business person, you can save time by using visual aids, especially if the issue contains information that is too long to convey in writing or orally. Pie charts, graphs, infographics, and animation can all be used to help convey subject matter rapidly and in a way that the people can understand. Because every firm values its time, the need of implementing training and communication in a timely and effective manner should be a top priority. Last but not least, when you employ visual aids, it is simpler to keep the audience attention on you. It may be uninteresting to simply sit and listen to someone speak, but the inclusion of visual aids will pique the interest of the majority of those present. This manner, even if they try to divert their gaze away from your face, it will be directed towards your material.
Nonetheless, not all things are made of rainbows and unicorns, and the same goes to these presentational aids. There are several elements that play a big role in its drawbacks. Firstly is technical problem. Regardless of your equipment, there are many things that could go wrong that may derail your presentation. Fonts and colors might show up differently on the screen, and music and sound might not play. Secondly is audience distraction. Audiovisual aids can be a huge distraction if used throughout the entire presentation instead of using it during the key points. An entertaining video will take the focus off the speaker and presentation, while dry video and low lighting will put the audience to sleep. Third is the expenses. Slides, films, and videos can cost money unless borrowed from a library or any other sources, and the necessary equipment for it can be cost prohibitive. Next is time. Audiovisual presentation can take a considerable amount of time to prepare. It takes time to produce your own video and slides. And lastly is space. If you choose to use audiovisual aids, the room and the size of the room must be taken into consideration. It is vital to make sure that the whole audience is able to see and hear your presentation, as this will affect your understanding. But worry not, these drawbacks can be overcome by these two simple steps. Firstly is having a proper planning, like calculating the expenses, allocating the time, and also choosing a good venue. Apart from that, speakers should also have trainings and do early rehearsals to make sure that everything is in control. These two steps are important because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
In our education system, doing is more important than reading. The theoretical, oral, and uninteresting topics can be made more natural, entertaining, and useful with the use of teaching aids. It is a factual truth that audiovisual aids sharpen the senses of sight and hearing and open up the avenues of learning. Teaching aids are essential for the improvement of the quality of teaching. It would indeed bring about an educational revolution in the country. In audiovisual aids, eye and ear work together.